ex-wife, I was not the first bisexual man that she was involved with. Okay, I was not the first bisexual man she was involved with. The guy that she was engaged with before she met me was a bisexual man. He came out shortly after she got married, gay. So I'm not the first bisexual man that she was involved with. Some women like it. There are tons of bisexual men. There are tons of gay men that foster and nurture heterosexual relationships with women. I wasn't the first. I'm not going to be the last. So that's where that is with
Wait.
that.
So wait,
Huh?
she knew you were bisexual?
I went to my ex-wife and I said, remember at that time she was probably besides Oprah, probably one of the largest black women entertainers in the business. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, yeah,
As
definitely.
it
Star
relates to
Jones was. Yeah, yeah,
talk,
she
she was.
was.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Seen Beyond and Through with Monty. Today's episode, we're going to talk about Al Reynolds, the former husband of View personality and co host Star Jones. Al stated that Star knew that he was bisexual, and she's not the only one who married a bisexual man. Andrew Gillum and his wife, he states that she also knew that he was bisexual and she chose to marry him. I'm going to tell you what I think is going on here with these women who do this. These particular women tend to be identified as Christian, and I believe with them being Christian, they believe that through the power of God, through the power of prayer, they can change a man. Kind of like you can pray the gay away, so to speak, even though both men identify as bisexual. But these women are getting in way over their head. And the reason why I say this is because you cannot change someone who does not want to change. God gives people free will, and your prayer cannot overreign or override the free will in which God has given them. And I do believe that a lot of these men are not really bisexual. I believe that they are actually gay. But what they are doing is that what they are doing is they are suppressing their homosexual feelings and urges and trying to take on a straight identity. See, they have been shamed, they've been ridiculed, they've been put down. So they're actually fighting within themselves. They're fighting gay urges, gay tendencies, same sex attractions to try to fit into a straight mold. They are trying to make a marriage work. And as you see right here, many of them have political aspirations. Some have entertainment aspirations where they want to go into bigger and better things. And many of these women are being used also to take these men to the next level. In the case right here, I've never heard of Al Reynolds before Star Jones. She was definitely the star of that family. And she could have taken him, and she did in a way, to bigger and better things. I heard stories about him riding around in New York City in a brand new Mercedes Benz, a black one. So she afforded him a certain lifestyle in which he could not afford. So he's going to obviously, like many gold diggers, male or female, play that game, play the role. But what these women do not understand is that you're not really dealing with bisexual men. You are dealing with actual gay men who identify as bisexual. Because why would they tell you that he's gay? He's a full gay guy. So bisexuality is kind of lessening the blow, I guess. And you're thinking that somehow you have a chance to convert him to heterosexual land. But that is not going to work at all. Because these urges are going to be very overpowering. And let me say this as to why I do not believe they're bisexual. Bisexuality is a reality, and there are some true bisexuals. But that to me would be someone who enjoys men and women equally, 50-50. They wouldn't really have a choice. They met a great girl, fine. A great guy, fine. But if you look at these men right here who are claiming to be bisexual, they are creeping out not with other women, but with other men. Why would some of these men here be found at a gay party, on gay lines, gay chats? Why would they be found in hotel room with men? Why not with women if they were actual bisexuals? Why haven't you seen them with pictures with a female, fooling around with a female, or having a slip up creating a child? You don't hear of that. It's always with men, which should tell you something. And that something is that they're gay, not really bisexual. But still in all, if you're a heterosexual female, even if he was bisexual, why would you settle for that? But as I already explained, you're a Christian. And you believe that through the power of God, of prayer, Bible study, church, your pastor, you can change him. Honey, it's not going to happen. Your coochie is not going to be strong enough to convert him. He's going to want to swing on the ding-a-ling, believe me. And that's what happened. So I'll say this to women. These guys may look attractive. You may figure that I cannot get someone better. But don't be so damn desperate. If you believe in the power of prayer, then pray for the right guy. Wait until God sends him to you. I believe that with these men here, these women are doing the picking, not necessarily God. So what happens now? You get a couple of kids, 4 kids, and he's still straying out. He's not really what you desired. You settle. You're still hoping that prayer will help. Intervention from God will help. From your pastor. Why all of that? Seriously. Maybe it's something that she wants. I would doubt it, but who would want that type of instability, doubt, worry, conflict? That's a terrible way and reasons to be married. It really is. And Al said Star had another one before him. You know, she doesn't look like what some people would term a fag hag. someone who deliberately likes bisexual or gay men. She strikes me as someone who, to me, was very heavy set at one point. She was desperate. She felt like this was the best that she can get, and she hoped. She hoped and prayed for the best. Prayer isn't, like I mentioned before, that God would change someone. So a lot of that is desperation and insecurity and fear that they're getting older. And that's the best that they can do. But it's not. And the good thing about Miss Star Jones, she went through a lot. I mean, being fired from The View, that was a terrible moment, getting a divorce. And I believe that she's happily married to a heterosexual guy now. So good for her. I'm glad that, things worked out best for her in the end. And hopefully they'll work out good for Al in the end too. And for the other couples who are in this predicament. But ladies who choose this, you choose this guy, whether he's bisexual or gay, understand it's going to be anything but a gay union. There's going to be some back and forth. There's going to be him pretending, hiding, lying, cheating, covering up, like what happened here. So I would advise women to be friends with these guys, but do not marry them. It's not worth your mental health to go through this. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that was another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you beyond and through.